My name is Bernadette, and the intention of this yoga practice is to promote a more restful night's sleep. So this practice is wonderful for the late afternoon or evening, anytime that you would consider PM. So let's begin on our backs. So come onto your back, and we'll just be here for a moment before we start moving. So you can bend your knees and plant your feet and just relax down towards the floor and begin to take some fuller inhales and longer exhales. Relaxing your arms and your belly and your face. Just breathing in a little bit more fully, a little bit more intentionally. So deepening inhales and lengthening exhales. We'll do that for just a couple more breaths. Okay, and then when you're ready, on an exhale, one leg at a time, you can hug both knees up towards your chest. And we're going to start with a posture called Abhanasana. It's like knees to chest pose. So just bring your hands to the tops of your knees. And we'll do 8 of these. And this is just a very gentle stretch for our low back. So hands to your knees, and you can straighten your arms. And you want your feet to be dangling, so we're not having to have them hang out up here and use our muscles at all for our legs. So feet are dangling. So inhale here in place, and then as you exhale, nice and gentle, start to bend the elbows, engage your low belly muscles in. As you draw your knees towards your chest, feeling your low back press against the floor. As you inhale, drop your knees away from you, arm's length. So you're just coming back to that starting position. And exhale, bend the elbows, draw the knees towards your chest. Inhale, drop the knees away from you. And we'll do this 6 more times. So just moving slowly, exhaling, the knees come towards you. You might feel a gentle stretch for your low back here, relieving some pressure from your low back. Inhale, the knees drop away from you, arm's length. And do about 5 more, and feel free to move at your own pace if it's a little bit different than my pace. And the goal is that your breathing is in charge, and the pace of your breathing guides the pace of your movement. So about 4 or 5 more. Kind of slow and gentle. Exhales, you draw the knees towards you. And inhales, you drop the knees away from you, arm's length. And then finishing up your last round. And then we're going to leave the knees kind of up towards the chest and bring our arms down by our sides. So this is going to be a contralateral movement, so we'll be using opposite arm and opposite leg as we stretch. So on your next inhale, we're going to press up with our left heel as we raise the right arm up and overhead, reaching up and back. Now remember, the pace of your breathing is guiding your movement. As you exhale, lower down, bending that knee as you lower your right arm. Inhale, this time we'll do the right heel, pressing up as the left arm reaches up and back. And feel free to get a nice big stretch for the back of that leg, but if it feels tight, keep a little bend in your knee like you can see there. So don't feel like you have to get your leg all the way straight if it's too much pulling. Exhale, relax your arm down and hug your knee back towards your chest. And then we'll do that 3 more times on each side. So inhale the left leg and the right arm. Make sure you're doing opposite arm, opposite leg. Sometimes it can feel like a little bit of brain work too, which is intentional. Exhale, hug the knee back in as you lower the arm. Inhale, raise the right heel as you sweep the left arm up and back. And feel free to really flex your foot so your toes are kind of pointing towards your face. Exhale, knee to your chest as you lower that left arm. And then twice more on each side. Inhale, the left heel and the right arm. Feel the stretch on the side of your torso and the back of your leg. And exhale, hug your knee back towards your chest as you lower your arm. Again, we're always being guided by our breathing pace. So use the full length of that inhale to press up with your right heel and reach back with your left hand. And then the full length of the exhale to lower down. And then one more time each side. So feel free to go at your own pace, using the pace of your breathing. And then finishing up on an exhale, bringing everything back to the starting position, and pause and rest here for a moment. Okay, so go ahead and we'll keep the knees hugged and we're going to twist now. So you can bring your arms to the floor on either side of you. And you want your hands to be a little bit beneath shoulder height with your palms down, just so that it's kind of relaxed for the neck and shoulders. So what we'll do here is we're going to twist a few times, alternating sides dynamically. And then we're going to stay in the twist for 6 breaths on each side. And when we stay in the twist, I'm going to give you a little breath adaptation to use to help you continue to slow it down for the end of your day to promote some restful sleep. So knees are up towards your chest. Take a full breath in here. And then as you exhale, nice and slow, drop your knees over to the left as you roll your head to the right. Now, if there's any tightness in your hips or your back, feel free to just take these first few repetitions a little bit gently, not even maybe coming all the way into the full twist, and we'll warm it up as we go. So you always have that option to back off a little bit. Inhale, bring your knees back up to center. And as you exhale, drop the knees to the right and face the left, taking your time. Inhale, roll your knees back to center. Use the pace of your breathing to guide your movement. Exhale, knees go left, we face the right. So we're always turning our head in the opposite direction from our knees. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, knees go right as we face the left. Inhale, back to center. Let's do one more little warm-up round, and then we'll come in and stay. So exhale, knees to the left, face the right. You can start to settle in and come a little bit deeper into the twist now that you're a little bit warmed up. And inhale, come back to center. Exhale, knees go right as we face the left. And inhale, back to center. Okay, so on your next exhale, come back to the left side with your knees and let your legs and your feet relax to the ground. And we're gonna settle in here for about 6 breaths. So you can even let your left hand rest on your right thigh. Let your head roll to the right and just let your right arm be relaxed. So even if, due to the twist, if your right shoulder pops up off the ground a little bit, no worries. Just try to let your arm be relaxed if you can. So we're gonna stay here for 6 breaths. So with those 6 breaths, see if you can take nice, full, smooth inhales and nice, long, smooth exhales. And what I'll have you do is for these first 2 breaths, you're just gonna take a 1-second pause after exhale. So inhaling fully, and then long, smooth exhale, and then pause after exhale, just for 1 second. Inhale fully, long, smooth exhale, pause after exhale, maybe drawing the belly in gently to continue that exhale. And then we'll stay 4 more breaths, and I'm just gonna add a little bit to that pause after exhale. So smooth inhale, full inhale, and long, smooth exhale. Belly draws in on exhale. And then pause this time for 2 seconds after exhale. So we're just pausing and resting in that stillness for a moment before we continue our next breath in. So then breathe in and breathe out. Belly draws in as you exhale. pause for 2 seconds after exhale. And then 2 more breaths like that. So inhaling fully, exhaling fully. And then for these last 2 breaths, we'll pause for 3 seconds after exhale. So again, we never want it to feel strenuous or like we have to gasp for air, but we're just taking a moment to pause for 3 seconds after the end of that exhale to kind of continue settling in and just rest in our stillness after exhale. So 1 more breath like that. So inhaling fully. Long, smooth exhale. You can draw your belly in. And then pause for 3 seconds after exhale. And then as you inhale, you can come back up to center. And we'll do that same thing on the other side. So take a breath in neutral here. And then when you're ready on your next exhale, you can drop your knees to the right and face the left. Again, giving yourself a moment to let your legs settle, maybe bring your right hand to your left thigh, and kind of settle into the twist. Make sure you feel comfortable here for 6 breaths. And then we'll begin with full inhales, long exhales, and a 1 second pause after exhale. We'll do that 2 times. So breathe in fully here. And then as you exhale, you can engage your belly muscles in. You might feel that kind of squeezes you a little bit more into the twist and helps you press all that air up and out. And then just pause for 1 second after exhale. 1 more time like that. Inhaling fully. And exhaling. Pausing 1 second after exhale to just rest in that stillness. We'll do 4 more breaths here. So inhale fully. And exhale, this time pausing for 2 seconds after exhale. Once more like that, breathe in. And breathe out. Pause 2 seconds after exhale. And then twice more. Full breaths in, long breaths out, and a 3 second pause after exhale. And during that pause, we're just kind of resting in our stillness before we breathe in again. One more breath, inhaling, exhaling, and pausing 3 seconds after exhale. And then on inhale, gently bringing the knees back to center. And you can wrap your arms around your legs and rest there for a moment. So just relaxing your face and your shoulders and just noticing any kind of really gentle, soft energy in your torso from the twist. And noticing how you feel in your mind, how you feel in your energy now. Maybe you feel a little bit calmer, or just a little bit more like you're able to wind down this evening. So we'll finish up with 1 more posture, and we're gonna go right back to how we started with Apanasana, that knees to chest pose. So bring your hands to the tops of your knees, please. And we're gonna do it the exact same way, except we're gonna let our exhales get a little bit longer as we move. So what I'll ask you to do is just count the length of your first exhale. It doesn't matter what your counting pace is really, because the goal is that we're just gonna add little counts as we go. So let's say your first exhale is 4 counts. You'll just establish that baseline, and then every repetition after that, you'll just add 1 count. So the next one will be a 5 count exhale, and then a 6 count, and so on. So hands to the tops of your knees, take a full breath in here. And then as you exhale, belly draws in as you draw your knees towards your chest. And again, just count how long this one takes you. Count this exhale. Inhales will just be free. Don't worry about counting. Just breathe in fully as you drop your knees away from your chest and straighten out your arms. And then for this next exhale, add 1 count, 1 second, if you will, to your breathing pace and your movement pace. Inhaling, dropping the knees away from you. Don't worry about the pace of inhale. On this next exhale, as you draw your belly in and draw your knees towards your chest, you'll add a 1 count. So we're just slowing down our exhales as we slow down our movement. Inhale, knees drop away from you. Exhale, we draw the knees in, adding 1 count or 1 second to that exhale pace. And then do about 4 more on your own, continuing to add 1 count every repetition or maybe every other repetition. And don't worry about it being perfect. Just feel that as you move through this posture with each repetition, your exhales are just getting a tiny bit longer so that by the end of these 8 repetitions, we have a nice, long, slow, smooth exhale. And we've sort of lengthened. We've lengthened and slowed it down by the end of it. So a couple more on your own. Full inhales and long, smooth exhales, slowing down the pace as we go. One or 2 more repetitions. Continuing to take your time as you move. And then once you're finished, you can start to bring your feet back to the ground. And we'll pause with a full body rest for a few moments here. So relax your arms down by your sides, palms facing up. And then one at a time, you can stretch your legs out along the ground. Feel your body relaxing towards the floor. You can close your eyes if that feels okay for you. Notice how you feel in your energy, in your mind, and in your body. And we'll just rest here for a few moments so you can let your breathing relax. No more breath counts, no more pauses or anything like that. So let your body and your breathing relax. And I'll give us a few moments here and then I'll let you know when we're ready to come back. So when you're ready, just take a couple fuller inhales and longer exhales. Feel the gentle movement of your torso as you breathe in a little bit more fully. You can begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. If for any reason you would like to stay and rest, by all means, please do. Otherwise, when you're ready, you can start to bend your knees and plant your feet. And we'll roll to one side and meet back up in a comfortable seated position. So just sense how you feel now. And hopefully you feel a little bit more relaxed in your body and in your mind and in your energy. So hopefully we've accomplished that. But then also something to know about these practices is that there's also a little bit of a post-digestive effect. So even if it's, not quite bedtime yet, you may notice that you continue to be relaxed throughout the rest of your evening. And if anything, you'll just continue to get more ready for that restful night's sleep in your energy, in your nervous system, and hopefully in your mind as well. So I hope this has been a really useful practice for you. I want you to know that if you're able to do this consistently over time, it'll be even more potent for you. So you're welcome to do this video and this practice as many times, as many nights in a row as you
are able to, and as much as it interests you. Thank you so much for practicing with me, and I wish you the most